You're listening to Sunny Side Up with Adam and Kim on CJLO 1690 AM.
Do you think it would affect them in their career? They're pot smokers, because they're saying we should legalize pot. They had enough signatures in California to get it on the ballot for the next election.
Oh, really?
Should we be considering legalizing pot in Canada? They're saying it's a great way for the government to make money, tax heavily on marijuana production.
I don't know.
I can't, personally, just on a personal note, I can't stand the smell of smoking anything, let alone marijuana, but I find the smell gets to me so much that I have to leave the room.
Yeah. Well, marijuana or cigarettes? Because I'm not around both much anyway. I mean, I have asthma and I try to steer clear of smokers and secondhand smoke or
third-hand smoke.
Yeah, I know, it's awful. But yeah, no, I can't stand the smell.
Well, have you been
either.
to a concert at the Bell Center recently? Because
not recently, but I went to the G-Unit concert in like 2004, and woo, that was potent.
It surprises me that it's completely unregulated. Like, no one bothers to.
I know.
And there are police officers there. There are security guards.
I was surprised.
I think there's just so many people smoking pot in a concert area that they just can't regulate it. They just can't arrest everyone or fine everyone.
It's true.
And I think maybe we should have harsher punishments for smoking, because it's just a bit excessive with how many people are smoking in the Bell Center. You kind of can't even enjoy the spectacle. I went to go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers a while back, and I saw Aerosmith. It's probably the last thing rock concert I saw there. Mm-hmm. And people were lighting up right and left.
Yeah.
You almost couldn't enjoy the show because it was so aggressive with the pot smoking. But I really hope that it's turning uncool.
Yeah.
Because I don't think kids should smoke. And I was driving by a while back, a school that's close to the Concordia campus, and so many kids, and these kids were like Sec 1, Sec 2, that means 12, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm. Grade 7, grade 8.
Right. And they were smoking, not smoking up, but smoking cigarettes. And these look like young kids. They didn't even look like they were older. Yeah. And I was just like, first of all, how did you buy the cigarettes? Because you have to be a certain age to buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
Second of all, why is the school permitting them to smoke right on the boundaries? I mean, I realize it's outside their zone of protection, the school zone, but still, they were still a couple of feet away from the school's gate.
Yeah.
Why should they be allowed to smoke? The school should, first of all, notify their parents, in my view. If my kid's smoking and I don't know about it, I want to be informed right away.
Well, I mean, I guess we don't know do you know if that's even an issue? Do they?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if they find the kid smoking underage, they might, but the chances are they won't. Okay. And teachers are so underpaid, they're not going outside at recess and checking up about what the kids are doing. But I think they should be. I think there should be a monitor, even if you're in high school. I don't care. There should be someone outside saying, hey, you're smoking, I'm calling your parents. Or it's going on the list.
But then again, if there's so many of them, how do you regulate it?
You keep track. You just have to keep track of who's smoking. Maybe do it once a week. Just find who's outside. Because if the parents know, then it's fine. Then you know what your kid's becoming and you know what's happening with the situation. But if they don't know and they find out 5 years into it that their kid's been smoking for 5 years, I had a friend like that. Her parents didn't know that she was smoking until much later. And I bet if you catch it right away, you could fix the situation. You could get them on the patches. You can wean them off the cigarettes.
No, I think if kids are going to smoke, telling on them, they're still going to find a way. And you can't necessarily control it just by telling on them.
I'll be home for Christmas. You found me in my dream.
You're listening to Sunny Side Up with Adam and Kim.
If only in my dream.
Are you sick of hearing about Tiger Woods?
Yes.
Well, if so, you're out of luck because we're going to be talking about him right now. Are you feeling guilty about your lack of interest in news? Because a lot of people are saying that they care more about Tiger Woods' sex life than Afghanistan, detainees, or Copenhagen for that matter. Should we be concerned with Tiger Woods' sex life, or should we be focusing on the real issues about what's going on in Afghanistan or what happened in Copenhagen? No one's talking about it. Everyone seems to be talking about Tiger Woods.
I wish they wouldn't. I'm so done with hearing about him.
Are you?
And all his mistresses. I am.
Which mistress made you tune out? What number was it?
Oh, the first one. The story broke when? I think we talked about it on our December 1st show. So
gosh, that was
a long time ago. And still, every day there's always something. There's a new woman, or there's, maybe his wife won't leave him just yet. And, are his sponsors going to drop him? And it's really, I'm done. He had an affair. I don't agree with it. I think that you should end a relationship before starting a new one. And I don't care to hear about it anymore.
Where do you find it bothers you the most, in print or in broadcast media? Really,
I think broadcast.
Broadcast?
Yeah.
I find online just focuses way too much on Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the blogs. All the blogs that I read normally are just Tiger-centric all the time. And I really think that Tiger has sort of, not eclipsed, but come close to the status of Britney Spears about a year or two ago, where she was having her breakdown, where she shaved her head, where she just kind of went overboard. And at that point, I stopped reading the Britney Spears headlines because it's that train wreck where you just kind of can't. I find people, that's what they think people like watching. They think people like watching the train wreck.
But people do.
I don't. I find the train wreck coverage becomes excessive, and then I just kind of tune out.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing new to add to the Tiger Woods story. Nothing's happening. So all they have to do is, hope that the mistress's aunt's father will say something, or hope that someone connected to the person who rented the yacht to Tiger Woods might have something to say about him.
Yeah.
And it just becomes excessive. But I also think that people have this Schadenfreude interpretation of the news because they take pleasure in other people's pain, in the way that Tiger Woods is kind of suffering, and they kind of take pleasure in that because, he's a rich figure. He's such a
They like to see people go down, the demise.
Right. But then if you look at Afghan detainees, no one wants to see them go down because it's human cruelty, and there's just nothing pleasurable or entertaining that you can draw from that. Whereas Tiger Woods, you can kind of have this sick, entertaining feel like, someone big and mighty is coming down and I'm enjoying it.
I would just like not to hear about it. Maybe that should be the resolution for 2010. No more Tiger talk.
No more Tiger talk. Well, maybe we could say no more Tiger talk unless something big happens. No more Tiger talk on this show.
Yeah.
We should change our show name to Tiger Talk. That's what most talk shows have done anyways. So, Kim, you have something against Christmas that you'd like to share with all of us.
Yeah, not necessarily against Christmas, but against what Christmas has become. Giving gifts, in my opinion, is selfish. Now, hear me out. People buy gifts to give to others, and that makes them feel good about themselves. People continue to do this because of that gratifying feeling. And that's not what Christmas is about. It's the celebration of the birth of our Savior. And seeing as he is no longer around and we can't shower him with gifts, why do we give them to each other? I mean, you wouldn't go to somebody else's birthday party and start exchanging gifts amongst yourselves. It's unheard of. So why now, at this holy time of the year? Plus, all that wrapping paper is so wasteful and not eco-friendly. And then if you don't want to participate in this gift-giving charade, you're Scrooge. Well, you know what? Bah humbug. No, but I think people should put some thought into a gift, not money. Make something, write a letter, spend some time together, and I think that's what Christmas is about. You know what else Christmas is about, Adam?
Commercialism.
Yes, no, but eating a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what it is about Christmas, but it's just there's party after party, and then there's just get together, and you're with family, and you're hanging out, and you're just eating. And Janine Roth of the Huffington Post gives us a few pointers on how to avoid binge eating over the holidays. So, like I said, if you're like me, at the end of the holidays, you end up looking like Santa. So year after year, I say I'll control myself. I don't have to eat so much, but with party after party, it's so difficult. So Janine tells us to wear clothes with pockets. So you have something to do with your hands besides eat, some sort of trinket or toy that, you could keep your hands busy with.
So she's saying put something in your pocket to play with while everyone else is enjoying entrees or whatnot.
No, yeah, you can still eat, but just so you don't eat excessively, keep your hands busy.